Japanese whiskey world. I'm your host, Kilara Sen. How did you spend your summer vacation? Well, honestly, I was supposed to be at the Edinburgh Fringe, sitting there drinking Scottish national drinks, whiskies and iron brew every day. Well, as you know, my English is like Scottish because native English speakers don't understand it. Once I was back in Japan, people started calling it Japanglish. I feel like I become a cultural bridge just like Masataka Taketsuru has done for Japanese whiskies. I'm very proud of my achievement. You know, one of the reasons why Japanese whiskey is called the best whiskey is Japanese craftsmanship. Yes, Japanese craftsmanship is a way of life for artisans who continue faithfully making their traditional crafts while devoting themselves to enhancing their skills. Look at my English. Although I've been studying it for more than 10 years, I haven't become a master of it. I haven't become a sensei yet. That's Japanese craftsmanship! My English will be the best English. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have a very amazing lady from my neighbors. Taiwan has started making whiskies that are attracting attention across the globe. Single malt from Kavalan Distillery was named the best single malt whiskey in the world at the 2015 World Whiskies Awards. We are very pleased to welcome a brand ambassador for Kavalan Distillery.
Hello everyone, my name is Kaitlyn Tsai. I'm the brand ambassador for Kavalan Distillery.
How was the Kavalan Distillery founded?
We would say Kavalan is quite a young distillery. We started in 2005. It sounds easy when we talk about having a distillery in Taiwan today. But 15 years ago, we never thought that we can have a large-scale distillery on a Far East Island in a subtropical climate. And fortunately, our founder, Lily, father and son, believed that science and technology could help overcome these difficulties.
What sets Kavalan whiskey apart from other Taiwanese whiskey or in wider Asia?
Kavalan is located between two mountains, and one is called Snow Mountain. It's very high, it's 3,886 meters high. Another one is Central Mountain. It's nearly 4,000 meters high. So between these two mountains, the spring water from these two mountains is filtered naturally as it descends with the smaller size of the water molecules, giving a sweeter mouthfeel. So Kavalan single malt actually possesses that signature subtropical fruitness and richness in the flavor as a result of this pure and clean spring water together with our warm and unique maturation. So our diverse climate in Yilan County hugely impacts our maturation.
Yeah, the flavor is very, very good, Kavalan whiskey. Yeah. So how does the climate in Taiwan impact the maturation process?
So since it has mountains behind Yilan County, and it's like a hand to receive all the cold winds from Siberia. It's freezing cold for Taiwanese, leading to very good oxidation. The oxygen will go into the whiskey and combine with the flavor compounds to make it more aromatic. So if you look at this one, it's just nearly 4 years whiskey. But if you look at the whiskey legs, actually it's very sticky. That means it has so many flavor compounds inside of the whiskey.
How is drinking culture in Taiwan?
We do ganbei a lot. So ganbei means butternut. So when you trying to impress someone, you will go to him and just say, hey, can I ganbei with you? And then you drink. This year we launched second the more easy drinking daily drink whiskey in the Kavalan Distillery Select series. So for our first whiskey, we emphasize tropical fruits, and for the second whiskey, it's floral and herbal notes. So each whiskey in this range showcases different facets of Kavalan's distinct character.
Dekanta has worked very closely with Kavalan Distillery in the past, and having released a couple of limited edition single cask whiskies from your distillery. So what is so special about single cask releases?
For a single cask, we have a series called Solist. So mature in quality casks individually and hand selected to create unique characteristics. That is a single cask. They are first filled, non-chill filtered, with natural color without any additive to retain the fullest flavor. Usually if you have 100 barrels in the maturation warehouse, there are only 10 barrels able to be bottled as single cask. So far, Dekanta has collaborated with Kavalan, releasing limited edition for several whiskies, including like Vino Barrique, the champion in 2015 for best single malt whiskey.
And can you show us some of your favorite whiskies?
Sure. Today I bring two. So the first one is what I'm drinking. This one is Kavalan Distillery Select #1 single malt whiskey, and you can see it is showcased in a square shape as one of our entry-level expressions at 40% ABV. We noticed that we didn't have an expression to purely showcase our distillery style. So that's why this whiskey was born. And we will say Distillery Select, we call that DS. It's only possible in Taiwan. It comes from a great variety of refill casks. It's very flavorsome, and we think that the color is still dark amber. And if you take a sip, you can find the rich and fragrant layers of ripened tropical fruits. You can notice the pineapple flavor, honey, and mango. It's sweet fruit and very tasty. And on the palate, you can find a very creamy sweetness of butterscotch and a bit toffee and vanilla. So this one is a daily drink, and you can drink it neat. I feel it's so suitable for the beginner for whiskey, or for anyone want to try whiskey for their first time.
Really want to drink it.
Really nice. It's the best seller in Kavalan portfolio right now. And the other one, maybe more people know about this whiskey because of it won the best single malt whiskey in 2015, and also this year at Tokyo Whiskey and Spirits competition. It also won the best of the best. So this one, Vino Barrique, it was fully mature in a single wine cask. When it enters your mouth, this one, actually you can easily note the caramel flavor from the whiskey, because we have a special treatment called STR, shaving, toasting, and recharring. That is for removing undesirable acid compounds and also the unwanted flavors from the wine cask first, and then we can gently toast it so that it will have like vanilla flavor and also some very intricate flavor like ice cream and passion fruits, some very beautiful fruit notes to the cask. That is why when you nose it, you can find caramel flavor because it was fired, and also it has this kind of carbon layer inside of the cask. So I have tried in summertime. I have used vanilla ice cream and put a little bit Vino Barrique on the top of the ice cream, It's so great. It can take your ice cream to another level. Recently, we renovated our Kavalan Garden Hall. So we have a multifunctional space. It includes a whiskey lab where you can create your own whiskey by 4 different expressions from Kavalan. And also we have another tasting room. It provides whiskey barrel, and you can drink strictly from the cask. So you can order single cask, and then you can just turn on the faucets and you can drink from the cask. It's a very good immersive experience when you cannot go into the maturation warehouse, but you can taste whiskey just like you are in the maturation warehouse.
Thank you. And you have a great night and enjoy your whiskeys. どうもありがとう。谢谢。
乾杯。バイバイ。
Let's start to prepare for the future, when we all can travel abroad again. I hope some of Whiskey World fans are now considering visiting Japan in the future. When people ask me about coming to visit, one question I get all the time is, how can I not be rude? Yes, it can be stressful to travel to new countries, and you can feel like an ambassador for your people back home. You would hate to make a mistake. Now that brought us the new segment, Pink Unicorn's Guide to Being Polite in Japan. If you have been on the New York subway, you have seen people break dance in the subway car. And have you ever been on a train or bus after the big sports victory? The chants and the cheering will leave you deaf in one ear. While some countries tolerate it, Japan, not so much. You will be punished by the famous kabuki Japanese frown face. Yo! And old guys clearing throat. Or young people's clicking tongue. According to YouTube analytics, we here at Whiskey World found out all of my viewers are beautiful people. Stone cold science. So this tip goes out to you. Yes, you! You, beautiful person! You! It is frowned up if you are being too sexy on a Japanese train. Like showing 3/4 of your skin is considered too rude on a Japanese train. You will be punished by everyone avoiding eye contact. That can be used to your advantage, like if you want to break dance and not have people directly frown at you, just wear something sexy. They will be frowning, but while looking at the floor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to welcome Shamisen power couple today. Sue Bunjamin is leader of Germany's first and only Shamisen Association, and her partner, Abbott, is the author of Shamisen of Japan and the founder of Bachido, the world's first international Shamisen community with over 3,000 members worldwide. They play incredible duets together and spreading the word of Shamisen across the globe. So please welcome Sue Bunjamin and Kaitlyn Abbott.
Greetings! Hello!
Hello.
You are a couple with so much musical talent and love for the shamisen. What was the first impression when you met shamisen?
I was enchanted by the sound. I play violin since I was a small kid, since I was 6-ish. Hearing the sound of shamisen in different contexts, like a background of film, of music, of movies and such, it always caught my attention, like, oh, that sounds so interesting.
I started learning shakuhachi from my father when I was around 12, and at that time I really wanted to learn koto. And my dad had suggested, why not start shamisen, because at the time I was already playing banjo, mandolin and such, bluegrass instruments. And they're more similar in that kind of way. And kind of from a young age, I was, I guess, used to learning just by experimenting, having that mentality, having that mindset of just have fun and just explore, combined with using YouTube to watch some great players play and just kind of see what they're doing and try to imitate.
Yeah, for many international viewers, that instrument might be quite unfamiliar. So could you tell us a little more about the shamisen itself?
First of all, it is a stringed instrument. It has 3 strings. They're always yellow, and 3 tuning pegs as well. It's very delicate curves, and they're kind of a drum. They're basically a drum with strings. So you also play it like a drum. The tsugaru style is very percussive. So when you use the pick, you also hit the skin. That's why you can have your own backing rhythm while playing a melody on the strings, which is very, very cool. I think it's amazing that people consider it as a traditional instrument, and of course it has its very traditional ancestors, but tsugaru shamisen in itself is very modern, and the music itself is also very modern and always trying to be innovative.
I can see you are very, very ready to play some music tonight.
Sure.
We would love to.
What shall we start with?
So this is a song composed by our friend in Hokkaido. It's Tsugaru shamisen player there, Nikita Masahiro-san.
The song is so.
Oh, cool. Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. And I believe a lot of viewers got interested in your performance, and a lot of people want to see your lives. So where can we find out about more your activities?
We teach actually a live group class on Zoom once a week.
And it's free every Saturday at noon Californian time. And
You check us out on Facebook.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
ございました。Manspreading. Well, manspreading is international. It's a global rudeness, especially here in Japan. Manspreading can be done by anyone, no matter the gender. And I would never, because, well, I'm a lady. And the pink unicorn! It is very important to our culture to share the space, so be prepared to do that. Well, honestly, Japanese butts are designed to put as many people as possible in the seat. We like to be like books on the library's shelf. As far as using your phone goes, talking on the phone in a train is rude and restricted in Japan. So if you're worried about getting lost, please make sure you have all the information you need before getting on a train, or just use your phone browser. Or they used to have these things many years ago. It's an ancient tool which is called map. Map? Map. Well, I don't know what it is. I've never heard of it, but sounds cool. If you decide to ignore my warning and talk on your phone, there will be no privacy. Your voice will rise to top of Mount Fuji volcano of being awful. Your audience will be the crowds of all gray suit businessmen who are dead in the eyes. So, if you want to dance, sing, scream, and talk on the phone, don't. Just please don't. No! I hope it was helpful for someone out there. If you like it, let's talk about more things in the future. Etiquette!
Ladies and gentlemen, we are so pleased to have this guy tonight, Mike Bagale. Mike Bagale is a master of creating food that looks far too good to eat. Foodies may remember him as the pioneer of floating food, having created an edible apple-flavored helium-filled balloon as a dessert at Alinea. And he draws lots of influence from Japanese food and culture. Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa!
Yay! Thank you very much for joining us tonight! So Mike-san, what is your favorite dish that you've created?
I think my favorite dish that I've created would have to be the balloon by definition, because I had a vision, I had an idea that I wanted to create something that had never been done before, and I was able to do that. So by doing so, it's the most, feel-good feeling that I could possibly have had as a creator. But at the same time, I also feel like whatever I cook tomorrow is my favorite dish. And to also answer that question, I do believe food is medicine. that I can elevate that in a platform that can become even greater than floating food. I think for me, the responsibility as a chef and as a human to respect the earth, pay homage to the planet, and to the things, ingredients that we put into our body is way more impressive and influential than creating floating foods. So I'm going to continue to work on that.
Are there any standout dishes that you have created after being inspired by Japanese food?
Yes. I mean, Japan is always a huge inspiration. So, you know, it's a great question. And I think to better complement my respect for the Japanese culture, it's like, you know, as chefs, when chefs are younger, myself included, I took a lot more risks, and there's a natural desire to kind of, you know, put a lot of ingredients on a plate and decorate a plate and try to show off as much as possible. I guess what I'm trying to explain is that, you know, as you get older and as you get better in your craft, you always come back to simplicity. And from Japan, my inspiration has always been to use the ingredients that are mind-blowing. What the fish and the seafood that come out of those waters are so immaculate and beautiful that they don't need much. So what I try to do is create relationships and trust between myself and Japanese purveyors that allows me, if I want to, tweak and throw some creativity in there, that I can do it in an honorable way. So like, it's an ongoing process to create distribution and relationships in Japan.
So you've been experienced a lot of the diversity of Japanese food too, and I think you also tried many Japanese whiskeys, as long as I saw on your table.
Yeah, so Japanese whiskey is always incredible. It's very prized ingredient and very difficult to procure at times, but we love it. I mean, I love all the mainstays like you know, Yamazaki. You know, Ichiro's malt is a big personal favorite. Japanese whiskey is hands down the most nuanced, subtle, delicious. I have an affinity for all of it.
Maybe a lot of people got interested in your activity and the food more. So where can we find more about you?
You know, my biggest platform is Instagram. So it's my name, Mike Bagale, or at Mike Bagale. And I also have at Superfood Concepts, which is obviously my consulting brand.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much for having me.
Guys, thank you very much for tuning into Japanese Whiskey World, and I really appreciate your support as always. Until the next episode, enjoy your summer, stay safe, and stay happy. And please don't forget to subscribe this Dekanta TV YouTube channel and like this video. And of course, please follow my social media by Kilara Comedy. Let's drink up! Come on!